Hey Top Gun, welcome to the channel, and today we're back to discussing how to launch and grow your IT business. Before we proceed, make sure to give me a thumbs up so that more people could see this video. Subscribe if you still haven't and click the notification bell to be the first to watch my new episodes and continue watching. Now, when it comes to legal agreements and legal conditions, we all suck at it, I presume, if you don't have a lawyer's degree and if you're not very good acquainted with the laws and all of that stuff. But there are a few things that you need to know, and if you're not very good at creating legal agreements and legal documents yourself, I strongly advise you to invest into hiring someone so that they could help you to actually outline these documents. So, straight into the topic. What legal documents you need as an IT service provider, as an IT custom software development company? There are typically two sides that you should take care of: your customer side and your employee side, your team member side. So let's start with the first, and that is your customer. So what documents will you need in order to start working on a project with the customer, in order to start developing a software with the customer, and rest assured that you will actually get paid for it. So the first document that they will ask you to sign is NDA. And though this document is typically presented by a customer and they typically want you to sign their version of an NDA, but sometimes they don't have their own version, so it will be better for you if you have your own NDA, where you outline NDA is a non-disclosure agreement, where you outline that you are not going to disclose any codes, any commercial secrets of your customer to any third parties. There are actually templates on the web that outline all of these points. So in terms of NDA, you can save your costs and find a good NDA template on the web. It's not such an important document for you, it's more important for the customer. By the way, if you still haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the waitlist to IT People community. We are preparing to launch it, and in that community we will provide all the templates that you will be able to use in order to operate your IT service company. Now, another document that you will have to sign with the client is MSA. MSA is a Master Service Agreement. Master Service Agreement is a main document that will outline your relationship with the client. In that document, you perform two sides, that is your customer and that is yourself, and both sides will have to sign this agreement. It basically outlines that one side orders the software and another side promises to deliver that software. So this is basically a general but the main document that you are signing with your customer. So in that document, I strongly advise you to invest into a lawyer, or maybe a local lawyer, maybe an accountant, even if they have experience outlining such sorts of documents. But this agreement should be your custom agreement. Don't take templates from the web. It should be very well outlined. I must say here, a side note here, that customers mostly want you to sign their version of MSA, contractor agreement they call it, and it's up to you whether to go along with this option. For my part, I must say that we typically go along with that option because corporate customers, they have their procedures and they have several layers of authorities that have to sign the contract. So if you insist on having your contract to be signed, it will take ages. I'm not, exaggerating here, because with one customer, we sent back and forth that agreement for about 2.5 years. So if you want to make it happen, go along with their type of agreement, but again, look carefully through it, because there might be some conditions that you simply cannot meet. Okay, so the next document that you will need on the customer side is SOV. SOV, it's a statement of work. Statement of work, what does it mean? it actually outlines the type of work that you're going to perform for that customer, whether you're going to develop a software, or whether it is a database migration, or whether it is a development of ML model, machine learning model, and so on. So in this particular document, you outline what type of work you are going to deliver, and here you outline all the details. We will stop here a little bit more detailed, because as I have mentioned in that video of mine about the 4 models of customer software development companies, outsourcing companies, you might have different models, different business models on which you typically operate. And the options here might be the following. I strongly advise you to have several statements of works for different type of projects, and just have your templates somewhere in the folder so that you could just take and use it whenever required. And these are the options. First is a statement of work for fixed price. So statement of work for the fixed price projects. Now, I don't advise you, I strongly encourage you not to commit to a fixed price project, because all the risks in fixed price projects are on you, on a IT service provider, because typically the development never take as much as it has been estimated in the beginning, because always unexpected development issues arise and you spend more time than you have estimated. Something unforeseen, unexpected, and it might not be because of you, it might be because of the customer who provided the wrong data set, for example, and you have to to spend additional extra time to redo everything, and they will just refuse to pay you extra, and all sorts of issues might arise. So I don't advise you going with the fixed price projects, but if you must, if you are willing to take the risk, then have this statement of work outlined somewhere in your folder. So the next type of statement of works projects, can you see it? It's a statement of work for an hourly based agreement. And this is the most popular way of cooperation with the customer. This is a good one to go with, so I strongly advise you to take this one. And in that statement of work, you outline that you, for example, sell the services of one senior, for example, software developer, and that senior software developer provides the customer with their services on an hourly based basis. And you specify how much that hour costs. For example, senior software development hourly cost, let's say $50 per hour. And then you outline conditions on the payment schedule, on all the custom conditions that you have bespoken with the customer. So this one is the most popular type of statement of work document. And the third type is, I hope you can still see it, is statement of work for a cost plus model. What the cost plus model implies? The cost plus model implies that you are providing a services of a software developer, say software developer for your customer, and that software developer is going to work full-time for that customer. So what is the business model here? It is basically the following, that the customer pays the full amount of the salary of that developer. Let's say the salary of the developer is 5K, right? But you outline in the statement of work that you are taking from your customer, say, 7K. These $2,000 go to ensuring that you can provide vacations for your developer, or you can provide all sorts of benefits that your company might provide, and so on, and your fixed markup. Sometimes, and actually in most cases that I know in local companies, the benefits of that model equal about 1K, but the typical is 1.5. And if you cannot meet 1.5K of a markup, then you're in a pretty bad situation, because your margin is not as high. So I strongly advise you to hit for 1.5K. It's not always reachable, but if you go for less, it might not be worse for you to continue the relationship. So this is a cost plus model. And the last model that, the last statement of work type of document that you might want to have is a statement of work for Outstaff developers. Now, again, this one is very close to cost plus model, where you only receive a fixed markup of from the developer that you are selling. But the statement of work for Outstaff differs a little because you outline all the conditions that you will have to meet and all the conditions that you have to provide for that particular developer. For example, they might require a certain type of a computer to work on because of the technical requirement of the customer. You have to provide an office space for that developer and so on. So this one is a more like serious and more like detailed agreement that you might have. But all of these documents are typically very customized, extremely customized, and you can definitely 100% outline them yourself because again, they are very customized. So you might look at the web, what sorts of templates there are, and then outline your customized statement of work documents for each case that you might be needing. And again, you can save here because every agreement is strongly customized. And of course, if at the launching stage you cannot invest into every single document that you might need and to pay a lawyer, these ones you can definitely outline yourself because again they are very customized and each time they are bespoken with the customer separately and you cannot, every single time turn to a lawyer. So the only document I strongly advise you to invest into is MSA, Master Service Agreement. This one should be seriously considered and adapted to your case and to your state laws. So if your company is registered, say, in United States or in United Kingdom or in Europe, in Central Europe, in Eastern Europe, in India, in Asia, in other Asian countries, so it should be strongly customized, and I strongly advise you to invest into a lawyer services here. Now, from the employees side, from the side of your team members, the list will be sort of more limited, but it's very important nonetheless. And the first document you will need, similar to the customer side, is NDA, non-disclosure agreement, that you have to sign with your employees, with every one of your employees, so that they don't run away with the codes, so that they don't disclose the codes to any third parties, so that they disclose any tactics and sales tactics and corporate secrets of your company, of your IT custom software development company. So NDA with each employee have to be signed. Play it safe and have it signed with every of your contractors, even if you don't have full-time employees that you hire, but you only use the services of contractors. Again, have it signed. So the next document that you have to sign with your employees is contractor agreement. Now, contractor agreement might come in different forms. Again, it depends on how you're going to hire the people for your company. If you're going to hire full-time employees according to the laws of your state, then this part is taken by an accountant, and it differs for every country. So I'm writing here contractor agreement, and it might imply either a legal employment of that person if you're going to hire them full-time, or a contractor independent contractor agreement. So I am outlining here two sides, so contractor agreement and independent contractor agreement, meaning that that person is going to work for you either part-time or on an hourly based agreement. So independent contractor agreement. So the next document that you might need is job offer. By the way, it should have come earlier. So the job offer, again, it differs. If you're going to operate with that person on an hourly based agreement or a part-time or a full-time basis, on this one you can definitely save some and check out the templates on the web. And outline according again to your situation. So this one is a job offer. The next document that you might want to have is a subcontractor agreement. It should have come there. I don't know why I'm going backwards. Typically, this one is signed between two parties where both parties are legal companies or legal organizations. For example, just like I explained in that video of mine, you might not have the required resources for your customer at that moment, and you do not want to lose time, or you do not want to hire those people for your inner team. That's when you can use the help of your partners. Again, you will be the contractor for your customer, but those guys that another company will be subcontractor to yourself. This, you might not require this agreement, but at some point of your operating, you might want to have this one. In that regard, I'm advising you to invest into a lawyer, because this one is an important agreement. You want to ensure that they don't play behind your back and they don't work with your customer directly. So, of course, some fines will be applied if they do that. So make sure you have them outlined in a smart way. This will be it for today. If you like the episode, make sure to give me a thumbs up if you still haven't, and subscribe again if you still haven't, and subscribe to the waitlist of IT People community, where we will have all the templates, all of the bespoke templates that you will be able to use, and the forum of the like-minded IT entrepreneurs, and the action plans for those who want to launch their IT business and who want to grow their sales and to grow their IT businesses. So make sure to subscribe to the waitlist. It is below, and I will throw all the links that I have mentioned in that video for the next episodes. Again, make sure to check them out in the description and watch those episodes if you still haven't. I hope you have a great week, great mood, and see you next Wednesday. Bye.